In the early 1900s, places like Kediri stood in the long shadow of Dutch colonial rule. Life in Java was quiet on the surface, yet heavily burdened beneath. The land was rich, but the people lived with limits that were not theirs. Every harvest, every handful of rice, every day of labor was tied to a system that took more than it ever gave. Families in Kediri woke before sunrise. Many worked the fields not for their own freedom, but for compulsory quotas, taxes, and demands set by the colonial administrators. The cycle was harsh. The soil belonged to Javanese hands, but the profit flowed far away. And the people, our ancestors, endured it in silence. Under this pressure, one group of people carried a special weight: the bidan, the midwives. In quiet bamboo houses, often lit only by an oil lamp, they worked without rest. They moved from village to village, crossing rivers, muddy paths, and deep night storms. They were not paid well. They were not protected. They had no modern tools. Yet they held life in their hands. In Kediri, a bidan served not only as a midwife, but also a healer, a counselor, a guardian during birth. When mothers feared the world outside, the bidan stood beside them. When colonial pressures stole food and medicine from the villages, it was the bidan who tried to keep babies alive with almost nothing. Their knowledge was inherited, their spirit unbroken. They carried the pain of an occupied land, yet gave hope to every new life that entered it. Compared to today, their struggle was far heavier. We now have hospitals, vehicles, information, and freedom to choose. But our ancestors in Kediri lived inside rules they did not create. Their movement was limited, their voice muted, their hardship almost never recorded. Still, they endured. Still, they protected each other. Still, they planted the seeds of the future we enjoy now. And because of that, we owe them more than memory. We owe them respect. We owe them gratitude. And we owe them the promise to never forget how difficult their path truly was. So as we look at these old photographs of Kediri, taken more than a century ago, let us breathe slowly and honor the strength of those who came before us, the farmers who stayed patient, the mothers who stayed hopeful, and the bidan who kept life alive in the darkest years of our land. This story, this remembrance, is dedicated with deep respect, presented by Satrio Kediri.